Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Escorts. Usually we're an improv troupe, but tonight we're very serious film critics.
All right.
Well, they are.
Film has various subgenres and areas of expertise, and the four people in front of you represent the most crafty and interesting of those subgenres to be determined. I myself am a trice doctor of philosophy and enjoy films which explore philosophical concepts. And I'd like to show you some very interesting scenes from those films tonight. There's so many apples for me to eat. Okay, you got this, signs. Okay. Do you need help? We're over here. You, sir, who I've never met before in the white shirt. What's your personal philosophy? No pressure.
Be good to others.
Be good to others!
Oh, good. That's a good first one.
How convenient that I have, in fact, a film queued up that deals with that very topic. It's called Being Good to Others. The pivotal scene takes place in a candy factory in the 1950s, where we watch the most momentous turning point in someone's life. You guys got that?
Yep.
Okay, great. Lights down, lights up, and we come up on being good to others. Thank you.
Hey there, little one. Yeah, you can't touch the candy with your bare hands there.
Oh, golly. My gloves, they broke.
Well, when your gloves break, sweetheart, you gotta change the gloves so you can, touch the candy with your gloved hands, not your bare hands. That's how we work here at Billy's Millie's.
Oh, gosh. I mean, what an honor to be working at Billy's Millie's. Let me turn this conveyor off so it doesn't completely mess up the system.
Oh, you're a...
Turn it off! What do I do?
We just lost Scott. Scott Lindsay got mauled to death by the gears of the machine.
Yeah.
We don't know why it turned off suddenly like that while he was inside of it, but it did, and he died. The investigation will have to start soon. I just want you guys to know that I trust that none of my workers will be involved.
That's what happens when you touch the candy with gloves.
Hey!
It's okay. I'm just gonna, finish up here, and then I'm gonna leave you locked in this candy shop.
No, wait.
No, that's how it works here at Billy's.
No, wait, I didn't do it. I didn't mean to do this. Come on, let me out of here. Come on. Nothing.
This part of the film goes into an elaborate cross-fading montage.
Millie's, Millie's.
Nothing to do but eat candy until the copters come for me.
My name is Scott Lindsay, and I used to have children. I used to have a life.
No, you never get to be alive. No.
I am the Candy King, but I hate you.
No. To the station with you. Next time, wear gloves.
It really is an enlightening film. I hope all of you get to check it out on a later date. Being Good to Others is screening over 14 different homes across America this year. I've been at every single one. All right, I'd like to bring up one of my colleagues. Which of my colleagues would like to...
Oh, it's definitely not him. It's me.
Please.
Hey, so, oh man, it's really an honor to be here. The thing about it is I won an award for this little bitty film that I did about, an old people home. Yeah, I was really inspired by that one film where all the old people swim in a pool, remember? And they have like a thing at the bottom of the pool and stuff. So I went to my grandparents' house and then I made this film and I got all of their friends to act in it. And this is the scene where everybody realizes that everybody actually has already met in a previous life, and probably when they die, they're gonna meet again. But they're real old, and that's why I won the award. The title of this movie is a movie that you've already known. What's the title? You know it because you rented it before.
Follow your dreams.
Follow Your Dreams is the title of this movie, and this is the favoriteest part of mine.
Your little Bernice is so talented. Putting us in the movie is amazing.
Oh, isn't she just the absolute sweetest?
Are the cameras on? Are the cameras on yet?
I remember when she used to paint on like in the edges of a book and then used it like a little movie. Like, what is it called? What do the young people call that?
Flip book.
A flip book.
The camera's on. Say your lines. Say your lines.
Who am I again?
You're the leader. You're the smart one. You're the fancy one.
Yes.
You're like Captain Hepburn.
Isn't it time for a pretzel? I would like a pretzel. I mean, filmmaking makes me hungry.
You know, I haven't felt this good on my knees since before the arthritis and all of the injuries from football.
You hurt yourself playing football.
Yes, well, not in this life, no.
Not in this life.
No.
Hold on.
Oh, is this part of the movie now, or?
George, we're in the middle of the damn movie.
I'm sorry.
Put your head out your ass. Hold on. It's mine.
If you need
mine.
to sit down, you can sit down.
It's mine.
Bernice can edit it later.
Let Grandpa talk!
No.
Sound's rolling.
Past life? I had a past life once. Where's the camera?
Here it is, Grandpa.
I had a past life once. I was Joan of Arc, and I believed in the French.
Over here, Grandpa! Over here, Grandpa!
I believed in the French. I was French. I wanted God to choose the French to be the chosen people.
George, you're mugging! You're mugging, George!
Of course, I used to be Joan of Arc. I used to be Joan of Arc instead of the stupid piece of shit you used to be. You be mugging with a camera too, George!
It's Noah's Ark, you idiot! Don't you know anything?
I won an award because all those people that made my movie shortly died afterwards, and everybody felt really bad for me. But now I'm really glad that you could be here. And here comes my next colleague. Oh yeah.
Hello. I am Dietrich Kochlöffel from the Amish Film Festival in Philadelphia. I brought a movie that I'm very invested in. It was made using no technology at all, well, except the camera. We had to pray on this, and we decided it would be okay. The title of the movie is Titanic 2. And we will go right to the touching end. Could we have some floating object here? And as you all know, in the original movie, it was just Rose and Jack floating on a door, and he had to go because the door totally did not carry two people. In my version, it will be a little bit spicier. There's also the Spanish tennis coach, Tabitha, who made it onto the raft. And Jack, of course, loves both. And I leave it up to you who has to go and who will live. All three of you up there. Roll the movie!
Rose, Tabitha, are thee well?
The water's so cold. It's just so cold. I wish there was something to keep me warm in these Arctic waters.
Tabitha,
The water's
Tabitha, expose your breasts elsewhere. Expose them at the deepest depths of life.
Oh, you don't mean to push me off into
I
the
do.
sea,
I
Tabitha.
mean drown.
Oh.
Expose your breasts when you drown and die.
I don't mean to be a naggy Nancy. However, it is so cold in this water that I am getting the hypothermia.
I know I want to help with that, but I don't want to get in the water.
Nobody could tell if you had hypothermia in the first place, because you're always stiff.
Unfortunately, I'm stuck between the two.
I don't know which of the two of you to choose.
Now is the time to choose who will live and who will die.
Director? Well, as you know, we are a religious community, and it is part of our missionary outreach that every movie has some biblical themes. The next part will therefore be sung in gospel when Jack makes his choice.
Thank you, director. You were asking for it. I say Rose! I say Rose!
Jack!
I don't know who to choose! I say Tabitha! I say Tabitha! I think your legs are getting all too loose! I say Rose! I say Rose! This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done! I say Tabitha! I say Tabitha! I'm gonna let myself drown!
There!
We did not win any prizes, but we also did not expect it, for we are humble. The next director, please. Oh.
Yes, I would like to tell you about a film that is very special to me. You see, I grew up in Russia, as you might be able to tell by my accent. My name is Olga, and when I was just a little girl, I would sit with my father in the woods, and we would kill skinks and skunks and skorks and scrunts. All of these are small mammals native to the forests of Russia. And when I would go home at night, excuse me, I need to take a bit of my cigarette. Addiction kills, friends. And when I would go in, at the end of the day, after killing these animals and using their pelts to keep myself warm, my father would put on the only movie that we had at the time. This movie was a DreamWorks picture. DreamWorks is the company that produced Shrek, if you wanted to know. This movie is not Shrek. This movie is nothing like Shrek, but it is intended for children. So this was very appropriate for my father to do. Not so appropriate were all the gutting and skinning of the animals and then watching a movie about them. This is a movie about skunks and skrinks, ferrets, skinks, minks, all of the little animals that live in the woods. It was my favorite movie. I think it's still my favorite movie. Yeah.
The trappers are coming soon. They'll kill us all, you understand? They'll kill every one of us for our fur.
I will just blend in with my environment and becoming.
You stupid! You stupid skork! Don't you understand? We're in a cage. They'll find us no matter what.
And what then is there to live for?
To live for? To live for, there's nothing. But to die for. To die for, my friends, there might still be something.
No.
Yes!
No.
Yes, my fellow skunks! My skorks, my
Don't
skinks!
call me that. I am a skrunt from the time I was born, and you know it.
And you will die a skrunt. We'll all die skrunts and skanks and ferrets and spirits.
Piotr, our kind always tries to look at the bright side of things. Maybe when they rip my scaly flesh off me, they will make a dainty slipper for a lady in Kaliningrad, and she will walk on me for the rest of her life.
Maybe if you're lucky. But more likely they'll take your fur and they'll shove it up some poor zookeeper's butt.
You don't know what they'll do to us. You've never been on the outside. It's not like in here, the luxury of the wheels. And then
Stop it! Olga!
Don't fight, it's what the capitalists want!
I have a dream. I have a dream, don't you understand? A dream. I dream that one day, though I die, some young ferret or skirk or skrunk out there will learn a lesson from me.
Do you know what becomes of dreams? Dashed in the newspapers that they give us, ripped. We cannot read. No. We can only poop and shit and read nothing. I sleep in my own skunk skank every night.
Wait, is that not supposed to be the way of things?
Up there, you sleep in other skunk skrank. Yes. You eat your own food. No pellets. Don't drink a pet! Don't you know what's in it?
Vodka!
No. Lies.
Listen, I heard of a story that if a skrunk and a scorch, if they mate, they will birth a super scorch that could rip these
And this is
bars
the part
apart.
where my father always turned off the VHS. I was not allowed to watch what happened next. To honor my father's memory, I never will.
If we could take this into a serious place for once.
I'd like to continue with
Examining the interesting parts of philosophy. Lights, please. Oh, apple! Hello. You have a job? No. That's okay. Do you study anything?
Yes.
What do you study?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe in coincidences. But tonight, I brought the seminal work on the philosophy of mechanical engineering. Based off of Coffee and Cigarettes, the well-known indie film where people just talk and smoke at each other in different vignettes. This is a series of personal interludes of 3 mechanical engineers who are spaced equidistant across the stage. They stare forward into the camera in a monologue that is broken up according to their own whims. They discuss the bizarre and crazy circumstances that brought them into the fun and lucrative world of mechanical engineering. When the lights come up, it's a grind.
I was never good with people. I've always cared more about things that move according to my plan. And when I'm done with her, she will love me. She will.
I guess I'm just doing what my parents wanted me to do, but honestly, they were right about a bunch of stuff. When to shift gears in my car, how much salt to put in roast chicken or something, and they were right about Billy. So yeah, I moved across the country and picked what they wanted.
The story goes that I cut and tied my own umbilical cord. And through my own science, whim, and 4-month-old technology, I learned to engineer my own chosen parents.
She might not pass the Turing test, but as long as she passes the Jeff Culpert test, which is me. Which means if I squint at her, she looks like a woman that will love me. It's good enough for me. That's good enough for me.
Thought it would be easier, you know, starting over, moving across the country and making a whole new group of friends that didn't know me from high school or something like that. But it's really actually pretty hard. Yeah, I have like one study group, but I don't really talk to any of my classmates outside of class. Honestly, I just kind of go home and study.
There is nothing but cells. And when you understand your own cellular makeup as I do, you know the truth.
Well, I never really liked people, but then people never really liked me. But everything will be better soon.
Yeah, my classmates, I don't think we have a lot in common. You know, I'm just, you know, from Georgia. You know, I've got a cat.
She will know me, for I have found the one stone fruit to appease her.
And won the Palme d'Or at Cannes. Which is our final director? Who's our final director?
Oh,
Our final critic.
Oh, yeah, so thanks guys for coming back and seeing my film. This film is a really short film. We're going to see the whole thing. It's a silent film, sort of, except, you know, most of the actors talk. And it's a quick one. It's about love and it takes place in a subway. Okay, thanks.